What's up, guys? Sage and Ada here. Now, a couple of things I've been doing lately is over the last year, I've been playing Town of Salem. I've played Town of Salem. I've played many RPGs. I've played Final Fantasy VII. I have beaten Persona 5 Royal on Twitch. That said, I have also very recently been playing a lot of community style games. Like, I've had fun with friends playing Phasmophobia. I have been playing, again, Town of Salem, that's another one. Um, I've been playing, of course, there's still Jackbox that I have, but I haven't played that as much. The latest game, yesterday, I was playing Killing Floor 2. And there may be more in the near future because I've been enjoying that style of gameplay where I can actually have somebody join me if they wish to join me. That said, the last the last month or two on Twitch has been absolutely amazing. I want you guys and by the way guys, I want you guys to understand something. I want you guys to understand, especially if you're a fellow streamer. And let's say you want to go out there, or let's say you're somebody new to the channel, you want to go out there, you want to be a streamer, you want to actually make a community. Like this community that we have, I call it the RPG Village. And it was off of a conversation that I had. Because one, I enjoy all anime. I've always been an anime weeb. A lot of the collection that I have in the background, including the wall hangers, they're either something with anime, something with comic books, or something with Final Fantasy. I mean, it's all something that is about me. Okay? But these is going to be some tips to somebody who is, at least from my experience, from somebody who is absolutely brand spanking new. Because we've all been there, guys. Tip number one, don't just follow people. Don't just follow people. Follow people you want to get to know. Get to know people. The core, like one of the biggest things about networking, like a lot of people say networking is key. And to a degree, it kind of is. But what you got to remember is you got to get to know not just one person, not just two people. You got to actually take your time and get to know full communities. So that way, because over the last year, I have taken my time in several communities. Whenever I go into a stream, there are many people who, in all caps, just basically say my name because they recognize me. They're like, Sage! And it's because most of the time, all I do is I go in, I talk with someone, and I get to know them. I'm actually spending time in their chat. People like Wizard of Time. That's one of the bigger ones. Queen D. Twitch.tv/Queen D with 2 wins. And mind you, there's so many people out there that I have not only enjoyed having followed them, but enjoyed getting to know their community. Okay? A friend of mine once said that a community a lot of times will end up being a conglomerate of several communities mixed in together. That's what one person said to me. Now, New people, like I said, don't just follow people. And definitely don't follow expecting people to follow back, because that is not right. Okay? Do not do follow for follow. That does not work whatsoever. So, what do you do, new people? Like I said, you get to know them. You get to know them. And this is all what you're doing off stream. You're not live. You're not like a lot of times you getting to know people is stuff you're doing off stream. Um, and then tip number 2, that leads to my next tip. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be genuine. Don't try to come off with a character, like a character style. Just be yourself. I call myself Sage Hanana because it was a name, it was an online name that I came up with, inspired by several anime. One in particular, obviously, Naruto. But people have gotten to know the streamer, not just the name. That said, I've only been doing this little over a year. And by the way, guys, that's the other thing I want to tell you. Growth will not happen overnight. Growth will not happen overnight. If you're a new streamer, a lot of times you'll be lucky to get 1 viewer. A lot of times you'll be lucky to get 3. And then over time you may get 5. I've had good streams. I've had streams that are quiet. That said, this is where being genuine comes in. Just be yourself. Be yourself, guys. And I'm going to go ahead and take the earphones off because I don't need those right now. Yeah, just be yourself. Now, another thing that a lot of people have asked is, what is good Twitch etiquette? Number 1, don't self-promote. Don't self-promote at all, no matter what. Okay? If you want to self-promote, do it in a raid. Like, raid somebody. Always, at the end of your stream, always raid somebody. Because 9 times out of 10, let's say you raid somebody with, let's say you're having a good day, and you got 6, 7 people, and you're getting ready to raid somebody. You're getting ready to end your stream, and you find somebody. Let's say you found somebody who is not even an affiliate yet. Or let's say, for example, you find somebody who has 20 viewers. Somebody who's, mildly popular. And you want to raid them. When you raid them, you're bringing whoever is watching you into their channel. And 9 times out of 10, if it's like, I'm hoping Twitch fixes their issue with notifications, but if it's above 5, I believe raid notifications do go off. But there's been a lot of streamers that will acknowledge you if you raid them, even if it's a raid of 3. And then, they'll ask you, They'll be like, how was your stream? And then you can tell them. You can flat out tell them. You can say, yeah, it was good. I've only been streaming for this amount of time. And yeah. And a lot of times when you raid somebody, it doesn't always happen, guys, but a lot of times when you raid somebody, you may notice that you may end up getting a new follower, or you may end up getting somebody following you to check your channel out on another time. So again, that's what's known as proper Twitch etiquette. Now, I have seen some people, they've said it in other ways. Like, some people have been there's been some, not a lot. There's been some that has been kind of slick with it. Like, but I've noticed it. But the thing is, a lot of channels, like if you self-promote, a lot of channels will actually flat out ban you. A lot of channels will time you out, but there's a few channels that will flat out ban you just for self-promoting. So, what about, now here's another question. What about what program should you use? Now this is, it's dependent on your own preferences. I use Stream Elements. You can use Streamlabs, OBS Stream. Yeah, you can use Streamlabs. There's other ones out there. I think you can download them right off your Twitch settings. It's somewhere in there. I forget where it's at. But I use Stream Elements because it's easier for me. It's more user-friendly, and it's, in my opinion, it's more friendly to the computer. Let's say, for example, because I'll give you a great example. This is my full screen. That is when I am doing a Twitch stream. This is what everything looks like right here. I have my logo right here. I have this little thing right here, which is whenever somebody gives Twitch bits, or whenever somebody gives any type of support, that little thing will slowly fill up. Now then there's this thing right here. That is what is a widget known as a hype boss. Basically, anytime somebody follows, anytime somebody raids, anytime somebody subscribes or gives Twitch bits, the current hype boss will slowly take damage. The person who basically does the final points of damage becomes the hype boss. So their logo will be right there. Like right now, Misfits is the current hype boss. And then of course, if you want, and by the way guys, this is all on user preference. You don't have to do any of this. You can have your little alerts go off, whatever they are, and with whatever sound you want to use. You don't have to do this. This is just my own personal preference. Also, the transition that you saw is called a stinger. I've actually had an artist make that for me. Same thing with the logo. This thing right here. So again, you don't have to do it this way. You don't have to do it the way I do it. Everybody is different. Also, Next question. Let me go back to the. Let's see. Next question. What should I mean, when I get. Here's a newbie question. When I get started, how should I start my stream? Honestly, it depends on what you have. If you have a computer, I say go ahead and use Stream Elements and just go ahead and just basically start out with a full screen and then start out with a different scene that is made to do a display capture. And what a display capture, it's basically, it shows your desktop. It shows, and that way any full game, any full screen game will actually show up right on the monitor. And it's pretty much self-explanatory as far as elements is concerned. It's not really something that's difficult to understand. I learned about it it took me maybe, I want to say tops 20 minutes to learn it. 20 minutes to get the right stuff that I wanted. And I'm saying tops. I mean, if you really don't know how to do stuff like that, it might take you 30 minutes. But that's pretty much that. Now, by the way, I will say this. And I apologize, I do got family talking in the background. I do got family talking in the background. Uh, basically, yeah. Alright. But basically, this is just a small video of me giving a few tips to new streamers. Now, by the way, if you this is an ongoing thing to the last question that I said. If you don't have a computer, you can technically still stream. Like even like even if it's just the let's say a PS4 or an Xbox. Now I don't know Xbox because currently I do not own an Xbox. I wanted to get one, I just don't have the money for it. I currently own a PS4, but the PS4 does have a built-in streaming system that you can connect to either YouTube. Actually, I think it just connects to Twitch now. It used to be you could connect it to either YouTube or Twitch, but I think it's just Twitch now. Unfortunately, I do not like the way the PS4 Outlook looks like. Now, if you don't want to use the PS4 and you're wanting to stream, say, PS4 games or Nintendo Switch games or Xbox games, you can use what's known as a capture card. I use an Elgato. You can actually search it. You can actually search Elgato on Amazon. Prices vary, but they can be anywhere between, I think I've seen some capture cards like at $80, but a lot of capture cards will be about 130 plus. $130 or more. And it depends on where you're looking for. Like whether you're looking on Amazon, on the website, the Elgato website. But again, this is just a few tips that I wanted to give. I wanted to actually just make this video and that way you guys who are watching get to know the person who is streaming. And if you're watching and you want a few tips as far as beginner tips, well, here you go. Now, I will say this. What type of community? Now, here's a good question before I end the video. What type of community am I looking for? And the honest answer is positive, like minded individuals, people who also enjoy video games, whether it's RPGs or first person shooters. I don't have many first person shooters. I think as far as FPS, it is pretty much Killing Floor 2. And maybe Sea of Thieves, but I don't know if that's technically a FPS. I think it's a first person, but again, I do own Sea of Thieves. However, I mean, I enjoy a lot of RPGs, like anything from Final Fantasy to Trails of Cold Steel or Persona. And I will say this: if you want, if you want to see me live, 9 times out of 10, I am live every day except for Sundays or Wednesday nights. Now, every once in a while, I'll do a surprise Sunday stream, but 9 times out of 10, it's basically every day except for Sunday and Wednesdays. And it's usually by about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I usually stream about 4 to 5 hours, give or take. And it depends on how I'm feeling. It depends on how I'm feeling. And that's the other thing. Before I leave, number one, this is one of the most important things. Take breaks. Take breaks. Keep your mental health up. Streaming can be a mental game, okay? Like, you can sometimes have good days and you can sometimes have bad days. The one thing is, always keep your mental health up. And if you think you're not feeling right, if you are not like in the right mental state of mind, then take a break. Also, the other thing is, you do not have to stream every day. A lot of your growth will happen when you are off stream. And it is a grind. Remember this. Just remember that even if you have one person, even if you have 3 people, that is people that will want to see you for you. So keep doing what you do. And also remember, it is easy to give up. It is not easy to. It is always easy to give up, but that is why you shouldn't. So keep at it. Keep at it, my friends. And keep pushing. Go forward. And who knows? One day, you may be recognized. One day, you may get the recognition that you work your ass off for. Okay? That said, I'm going to be doing more videos in the near future. I will be uploading a few more Town of Salem videos. I may even show a Town of Salem, just a Town of Salem video for YouTube. That said, this is Sage Hanana, and guys, I shall see you next time. If you want to see me live on Twitch, do me a favor. Hit the follow button. If you want to support me financially, even though you do not have to, you can always subscribe, and Twitch Prime is like, you can subscribe for free using Twitch Prime. But if you want to support me financially, that is, every bit of support helps, even if you're just lurking. Now what is lurking? Lurking is when somebody is watching you and not saying anything. They're chilling in your streams. They're added as a viewer. So, again, thank you guys for watching. do me a favor, hit the subscribe button right here on YouTube. I am Sage Hinata. My YouTube name is Sage1200. And you can find me on twitch.tv/Sage_Hinata. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.